Namaste. I know a lot of us are home alone and dealing with a lot of stress, so hopefully this half hour will help you relax a little bit. And I wanted to start this practice today with just sitting up nice and tall. I want to introduce to you a mudra, hand yoga. So we're going to take your hands out in front of you, palms toward your chest, and just bring them together so that your thumbs hook and your fingers are spread. And you're pulling them apart. And as you're pulling them apart, you're feeling them connected. So this is actually a mudra that is meant to calm us, and it has a beautiful Sanskrit name that I cannot recall the name of right now, but it's an eagle. So together it's beautiful, and it is a symbol for community. So here we've got all these people in separate places, and though we're in separate places as the Y community, we're still connected. So sit for just a moment with the mudra in front of you. Find a nice soft gaze and begin to find your breath and settle in. A few deep breaths. Even imagine, if you will, as you begin this practice, the faces of people that are in class with you typically. And in this time, when we do feel frustrated maybe, and torn in different directions and have trouble focusing on what is wonderful and beautiful in our lives, we're going to change this mudra to a new one. So inhale deeply. Feel that sense of community around you. Just for a moment, turn the hands to each other and come to the Anjali mudra, which is symbolic of gratitude. Because we do know that we all have so much to be grateful for as well. I'm going to start the music now, and we'll begin to move. Let me know if it's too loud. Let's just start on all fours. Make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. Feet flat on the mat. Widen your collarbone, turn those biceps out. And really make sure that you're grounded down right by your thumbs. Your fingers are nice and spread on the mat. Inhale and sink the belly. Lift the sternum toward the front of the room. And then exhale. Tuck the tailbone, dome the back, tuck the chin. Inhale. And exhale for a cat. Inhale, lift the tailbone toward the ceiling. Raise the eyes, gaze, and then exhale. One more. Inhale. Keeping the navel toward the spine even as you drop the belly, and then exhale, doming the back, and then come to neutral, keeping that belly button again pulled in toward the spine. Widen the knees a little bit, and then just slide back toward your heels. Walk the hands out and push into your mat, pushing your tailbone toward your heels. Really feeling your arms get active here. And then try to bring your chest lower toward the mat. Just sensing where you're at, how your body's feeling, coming into yourself a little bit here. On an inhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, keeping your hips where they are so that you're getting a nice side stretch. And if you want a little deeper stretch, pick the right hand up and pick the left hand up and put it over your right hand. And breathe into the side here. And then exhale. On your next inhale, walk your hands over to the other side of your mat. Again, bringing that outside hand over on top. Feeling that deep stretch in your side. Inhale, making lots of room for air to come in. Walk forward on the mat here, come back up onto all fours, tuck the toes, and come into down dog, lifting the hips toward the sky. Don't worry about getting your heels down flat. Do make sure though that your hands are spread wide, and again you're pushing down through the thumb and first finger here. Pull your forearms together, allow your head to hang, and feel free to walk out those feet, opening up the back of the body. Bring your chest toward your thighs. Take a few deep breaths. Allow your brain to settle. And then inhale and come forward into plank. Then a little forward of plank, your shoulders a bit in front of your wrists. Slowly lower to the mat, all the way to the belly. Flatten the feet, engage the legs. Inhale, roll your shoulders up onto your back into cobra. And then exhale, lower. Now exhale, lower. Exhale back into down dog. Take a nice deep breath here again. Bend your legs a lot, look forward between your hands, and step walk or hop if you want between your hands. And then inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And inhale, reach your arms out all the way out and up to extended mountain. Either reach up or bring your hands together and look behind. And then exhale and fold again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the ground and step your left foot all the way back into a lunge. Reach your chest forward and then lower your knee to the mat. Take your left hand and place it way outside of the mat. Inhale up into a wide twist and bring your arm back so that you feel an opening in your chest. Exhale, bring that down. Lift the knees, step back to plank. Roll forward, exhale and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. A few deep breaths. Bend the knees, look forward between your hands. Walk, step, or hop between your hands. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up all the way. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step the right foot all the way back into a lunge. Reach the sternum forward. Place the knee down. Take your right hand, walk it way outside the right side of the mat, and inhale up. And allow that arm to go back, opening up the chest here, and then exhale. Lift the knee, step it back to plank, roll forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog, exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift your right leg up nice and high. Come up onto the ball of your left foot and bring the right foot forward between your hands. Turn that back foot out. We're going to come up into warrior one. So allow yourself some space. Step one foot out if you want. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Clasp your hands behind your chest. Inhale, reach up. Turn your gaze to the front, what's in front of you. Focus on something not moving. And come forward into warrior three, straightening that bottom, that standing leg, the right leg. Left leg lifts. Toes pointed toward the mat. Try to straighten the hips. Pull that right hip back. And then exhale. Bring the leg back down. Inhale, release the clasp. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step it back. Another place for a vinyasa, or if you need a child's pose, take a child's pose. Inhale forward, exhale lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Make sure that your shoulders are pulled away from your ears. Feel your belly fill with breath too. And inhale, lift your left leg up high. Roll to the ball of your right foot. Exhale, knee comes to chest, place the foot down. Turn the back foot out. If you need space, make some space in your feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. Clasp them the way that feels funny. Inhale, lift your sternum toward the sky. Exhale, focus at a point in front of you. And come forward for warrior three, lifting the back leg. Wasn't so graceful this time. Pointing the toes toward the earth, trying to consciously pull your left hip back. Good. And then slowly lower that leg. Lift the sternum to the sky. Release the hands and come up. And then exhale, come down. Again, a vinyasa of your choice. A child's pose or come straight to down dog. I'm going to inhale, come forward. Exhale, down dog. Let's move to our side poses. So we're going to come into warrior two series. So inhale and lift your right leg up high. Roll up on that ball of that foot. And exhale, bring it forward. Turn the back foot out. This time you want to make sure you're lined up. So front heel to back arch. And inhale up to warrior two. Spread your hands nice and wide. And push them down so that the shoulders come down. Everything's engaged here. Pull your thighs invisibly together. Feel your own strength. A big inhale and exhale to settle. Inhale into reverse or peaceful warrior. If looking up isn't comfortable for you, look straight ahead or down. Just make sure though that your neck is in line with your spine. A big inhale. And then exhale, come forward, keeping your hips where they are. Lean over, and then come into extended wide angle. Turn your bottom ribs up so that you're opening up that way. You can use your elbow to balance, but don't dump your weight here. And if it's comfortable, come down lower. Inhale back up to warrior two. And then windmill toward the earth. Step it back to earth, to earth. We're on earth anyway. Inhale forward, exhale lower. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. I do want to say to you all, it's a lot easier to do this when you're here with me. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Turn the back foot out. Check your alignment again before you come up. And come up into warrior two. And I like it better when I know you can't see me in this position because you're focused on what you're doing. All right, inhale, peaceful warrior. Check your line of your neck again. Make sure you're not bending it funny. And then exhale, come forward to extended wide angle. Reach out from your fingertips, trying to make as long a line as you can. Not dumping weight here in your leg. And if you want to come down lower, if that's comfortable for you, do so. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Exhale, windmill your hands to the earth. Step it back to plank. Put your knees on the mat. Slide back into child's pose for a minute. Just check in with yourself. See how differently you feel now that you're warmed up a little bit. Take some deep breaths. And when you're ready, come back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up high. Exhale, bring it forward between your hands. Turn that back foot out. Come up into warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended wide angle. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Exhale, lean, keeping the hips where they are. And then come down into triangle pose. Just feel your side lengthening and opening up. And then if you want to try Ardha Chandrasana, you can do that. Come forward, place your hand on the floor, right in front of your hand. Lift the top leg, let it float up. Bring that arm up, and then turn the chest. And remember to smile if you fall, because it all doesn't really matter. Place your hands down. Step back to plank. Feel the weightlessness in your ribs here. They're just flying up there. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Shake your head. Find some stillness. Breathe all the way into your belly. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Exhale, bring it forward between your hands. Turn the back foot out. Come up into warrior two. So, inhale. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended wide angle. Inhale, back up. Peaceful warrior, straighten that leg. Inhale, reach forward, and then exhale, come down into triangle pose. Trying to stack your shoulders one above the other. Wrap the bottom tailbone under. That'd be the bottom cheek, actually. And if you feel like trying Ardha Chandrasana, you know you're not going to look worse than me. Come forward. If you have a block at home, you can do that. Float the leg up. Bring the arm up. Celebrate whatever your body is trying to do. If you can do a beautiful one of these, I want a video of it. All right, step it back. Plant your hands. It's so much better when I get to watch you do that. Roll forward and exhale and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Push down through those hands. Look forward between the hands, bend the knees. Feel springy, and either step walk, or if you want, give a little up to the front of your mat. Inhale, hold, Exhale. Inhale for a halfway lift again. Just feel everything reach forward. And then exhale and fold. I'm going to have you roll up one vertebra at a time. So some of the opening that we were doing with the chest was really to sort of make room in our heart space. Some people, when they get stressed out, feel tight. So we're going to loosen that physically. I'm going to invite you to come into tree pose now. So, foot here or here, but not on your knee, wherever it's comfortable for you. I want you to think about pushing your standing leg into the leg that's up and trying to keep your hips nice and straight. Bring your hands to heart center. Focus on something in front of you that is not moving. Turn the knee out for a balance challenge. I'm going to try that mudra again. Palms in toward your heart. Community. So even though we're not together physically, together we are a forest of trees still. Bring the hands together and bring them up. Our branches extending. We're also the Y right here, just saying. Bring your hands back down. Put your foot down, shake it out. Foot either on the floor, against your calf, or up here, not on the knee. Roll that leg back. Stand nice and tall. Find something to stare at that's not moving. You're looking right through it. Community mudra. Into the Y. And bring it back. Sit down. And walk it out. Let's come into a quick bridge. Oh, I don't have a block with me, but that's okay because you might not have a block at home. And you don't need to have a block with you. If you do have a block at home and you just want to sort of hang there and relax, put a block right under your sacrum so that it's not a working pose. But do what works best for you. If you're okay with doing a working bridge, just walk your heels close to your butt. Really feel your feet solidly engage with the earth. Then I want you to roll your shoulders under you too, so that the heads of the shoulders are going back. Take a breath. Today, why don't we rest our upper arms on the mat and put the hands up toward the sky like your little robot here. You're just going to inhale and you're going to lift your hips, pretending that you do have a block between your legs. And you're pushing into that block, but they're also keeping your legs apart so that your knees stay right in line with your hips. Push down also into your triceps. And then slowly lower. You're going to come up again, and you can do the same thing we just did. Or if you want to bring it up a little bit higher, go ahead and do that. So inhale and bring it up. You can clasp your hands underneath you. Walk your arms a little bit more. Walk your feet closer. Come even up on your toes. Think about your sternum reaching to the wall behind you. Make sure that your nose is straight up at the ceiling and not pointed back. It's right up at the ceiling. Here we're opening our hips, working our whole back body, and opening our chest. Try to make sure, though, that you've got some room in your throat so that if you were to talk, it wouldn't come up sounding all like that. And then slowly lower yourself. Hug your feet, your knees into you. Roll back and forth a moment or two. Grab the outsides of your feet for happy baby. If the outsides of your feet aren't accessible, just reach for the backs of your thighs. That works too. Make sure that you're keeping your shoulders down close to that mat, your net up off of it. Kind of push them into the mat. Take a few breaths here. Bring your knees in closer. Give yourself another hug. This time do come up. Bring your shoulders up. And then release. Spread your hands out to either side. And drop your knees over to the right side of your mat. Keeping your shoulders on the earth. And if they don't come all the way to the earth, if your knees don't come all the way down, don't worry about it. Turn your gaze to the left side if that's comfortable. Breathe. And inhale and come up. And then exhale, drop the knees to the other side. Look over to the right. And then inhale and come up. Hug your knees again. Cross them. And just rock up and down, back and forth on your spine until you're in seated. So I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. But this is just so that you can time your own Shavasana. Typically, I would come into Shavasana now and ask you to find a space where you feel rested. But there might be somebody in the next room yelling out to you to join them again. And Shavasana at home can be harder than in a yoga class. So I invite you to take Shavasana. I do want you to know that I was imagining you here with me as I was here, and I hope that it made you feel more connected to what feels normal to you. Again, we've got our community mudra, and I want to thank you for joining me. Namaste. I'm going to slide into Shavasana and invite you to do the same for whatever period of time works for you today.